Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Monday, December 9th. We have all you need to know about an investigation into a local restaurant, as well as more on a lawsuit settlement at Mount Nittany Health.
We also have more on the man detained in Altoona in connection to the murder of United Health's CEO, along with weather, sports, entertainment, and an interview. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Cailey Thalman.
And I'm Caitlyn Pfeifer. An investigation into a gastrointestinal illness outbreak connected to Faccia Luna in State College was launched this week by state and local health officials. At least 40 cases of illness were reported. The Pennsylvania Department of Health and State College Health Department are collaborating to identify the source. The restaurant's owner, Bill McFadden, stated that neurovirus, not food, caused the outbreak. Testing confirmed the virus among staff. Faccia Luna was temporarily closed for sanitation and is expected to reopen. Residents experiencing symptoms are urged to report to health authorities.
2 men are being charged with assaulting 2 Domino's employees in State College back in September. State College police say Zakaria Amunsoor, Kumar Wayne, and Farouk Ajaz were seen attacking employees on surveillance footage. Wayne pushed the female worker to the ground, and Ajaz pushed the male employee to the ground, hitting his head and neck, Officer Lindsay Park said. The male victim suffered numerous injuries, and the female was diagnosed with a head injury and wrist sprain. The victims came to State College police with the report on September 29th. Wayne and Ajaz are being charged with simple assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. They're scheduled to appear for preliminary hearings on December 18th.
Mount Nittany Health has agreed to pay $1.8 million to settle a class action lawsuit alleging the state college-based health system used website tracking technology to share user information with third parties like Facebook and Google. The settlement, filed Monday in Center County Court, must be approved by Judge Brian Marshall. If approved, about 74,000 Pennsylvania residents who access Mount Nittany's websites or patient portal since 2007 could be eligible for a share. Mount Nittany denied wrongdoing, saying no data breach occurred and no medical records were shared.
A 78-year-old Center County local was killed in a house fire in Unionville on Thursday. Patricia A. Langham lived in 360 Apple Street. Emergency responders were dispatched around 12:30 p.m. in response to a reported fire with entrapment. Numerous fire companies were dispatched to the scene, including Milesburg, Bellefonte, Pleasant Gap, Walker Township, Snow Show, Howard, Boalsburg, Port Matilda, and Alpha Fire Company. Center Lifelink and Port Matilda Mount Nittany Health EMS were also sent to the scene. State College police say the fire is still under investigation. What can students expect outside this week? Student meteorologist Matthew Howard is live in the studio with this week's forecast. Matthew?
Thank you, Cailey. We've actually had quite a change of conditions. We had some cold and some snow last week, but a pattern change is on the way, and we are actually experiencing that right now. We actually have temperatures into the low to mid 40s at Beaver Stadium, cloudy skies, so a big change in temperatures, and you're seeing some pretty light winds as well and some light drizzle. As we take it into our temperature map at the moment, you can see here 45 in State College, but if you go a little bit more to your west, you're actually seeing temperatures right now near 50 degrees. So feeling quite the difference on what we were feeling just this past week. So seeing those temperatures right now into the 40s and 50s. We have some light showers and drizzle around the State College area. We actually had a warm front approach the region today, and that brought in some more shower chances. And as you can see over here, we have that low pressure system bringing that warm front. So we're seeing some more warmer conditions right now. And if we take it into tonight, you really won't see a big drop in temperatures. We're going to be sitting down near lows actually into the mid 40s. So really not dropping a whole lot from where we are right now. Taking into our future radar and satellite, cloudy skies coming on throughout the next 24 hours. We're going to be seeing a little bit warm up for tomorrow with highs maybe even getting towards the mid 50s, but showers are on the way. We're going to continue to see some on and off rain showers, especially through tomorrow afternoon. And even through Wednesday, we're going to see a big surge of warm air, and that will bring in some possibility of some more steadier rain to set up into the area, especially a little bit more east of State College. But once that steady rain moves through, we were actually going to get a cold front, and that will bring a temperature roller coaster to the region, maybe even a few flurries as we get towards western Pennsylvania. But it will be a noticeable change in conditions as we've had some highs even into the 50s. So you'll see a big difference. And if you're curious how much rain you're going to receive, look a little bit more to your east. State College maybe even seeing 3/4 of an inch, but if you go towards Scranton area and Allentown, you'll see maybe even over 1.5 inches of rain. And if we take it to even beyond Thursday, we're going to still see some shower activity, maybe even some lake effect snow, but it'll be a windy and a cold day, possibly with just temperatures in the 20s. But we're going to see a little bit in the break of activity as we get towards Friday. We'll just see some mix of sun and clouds. And before we see our next system come in towards maybe even the second half of the weekend, temperatures will remain below average. And seeing a big temperature roller coaster, those low 50s, even near 50 degrees. But as we get towards Thursday, though, 27 degrees, that will feel quite the shocker, especially with those windy conditions on Thursday. So a big temperature swing. And even tonight, you'll see temperatures well above average, lows even getting towards the mid 40s. And those light winds maybe even bring some fog in some areas. And for tomorrow, it will be a warm day. We'll see those highs getting into the low to mid 50s with some possible PM light to moderate rain. And here is your 7-day forecast. We will start off quite warm, above average temperatures, but we will see a big drop as we get towards Thursday with possibly some windy conditions and staying below average for a lot of the weekend, but we will possibly see our second chance of rain towards the second half. Cailey, back to you.
Thanks, Matthew. Up next, Annika Wagner will have the latest news in sports.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Annika Wagner with your sports update. Fans stormed the court last Thursday as Penn State defeated number 8 ranked Purdue 81-70. The match opened Big Ten play and marked Penn State men's basketball's first win over a top 10 team since 2019. With the win, the Nittany Lions improved to 8-1 on the season, their best start since the 2014 to 2015 season. Penn State played dominant on defense, holding a 27 lead at one point and forcing a season-high 24 turnovers. The Blue and White scored 32 points off of turnovers and shot 48.9% from the field. Ace Baldwin Jr. led the Nittany Lions in their offensive performance with 17 points and 6 assists. Penn State will next go on to the road to play Rutgers this Tuesday. Penn State women's volleyball clobbered number 8 seed UNC at home Saturday to advance to the third round of the NCAA tournament. The Nittany Lions dominated the match, winning 3-1 to advance to 31-2 on the season and continue their perfect 18-0 record at Rec Hall. Jess Merzick was a key factor in the team's success, hitting hitting a clip of .280 with 21 kills, 9 digs, and 4 blocks. Penn State as a team hit .368 and held North Carolina to a clip of .200. With the win, Penn State hosts the NCAA regional round at Rec Hall this week, their first time hosting the regional round since 2017. Penn State will play number 5 seed Marquette this Thursday for the regional semifinal. The inaugural 12-team playoff college football bracket has officially been set with the conclusion of conference championship games this past weekend. Number 1 ranked Oregon, as well as Georgia, Arizona State, and Boise State, will all have a first-round bye and move straight to the quarterfinals. Number 5 seed Texas will host 12-seeded Clemson at home. 9 seed Tennessee will go on the road to face 8 seed Ohio State. 11 seed SMU will travel to Beaver Stadium to face number 6 seed Penn State. And last but not least, number 7 seeded Notre Dame will play host to 10 seed Indiana. First round action will begin Friday, December 20th with Indiana versus Notre Dame. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Landon Clarkin has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
And he knew that. How do you say I know. She continues to hold her values and everything though. And I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before. So welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
That the natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State, Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Landon Clarkin with your entertainment update. The Bellefonte Winter Market will take place on Saturday, December 14th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Talleyrand Park in downtown Bellefonte. This European-style open-air market will offer a variety of local artisans, food vendors, and entertainment. Visitors can shop for handmade gifts, sample tasty treats, and enjoy craft beverages while supporting local business makers. Live entertainment will be provided throughout the day, and for those looking to stay warm, a warming station with hot cocoa and heaters will be available. It's a perfect way to spend the day with family and friends, supporting local businesses and getting into the holiday spirit. Want a way to forget about grades and upcoming finals? Join me and others at the State Theater these next few weeks for a dose of holiday magic. The theater will be showing a series of classic Christmas films, including The Polar Express, Elf, and even The Muppet Christmas Carol. With its beautiful interior built by Warner Brothers in the 1930s and a full menu of snacks and drinks, the State Theater provides the perfect escape to help you relax and get into the holiday spirit. Tickets are available now, so be sure to check out the State Theater's website or visit the box office to learn more about the upcoming showings and purchase your tickets. The hit South Korean series Squid Game will return for its second season later this month with a new set of high-stake games and even more intense drama. Following the record-breaking success of Season 1, Netflix and the series creators have promised to expand on the world of the game and delve deeper into the backstories of new and returning characters. The first season, which premiered in 2021, became a global phenomenon, winning multiple awards and drawing a massive fan base. The series, which follows a group of desperate individuals participating in deadly childhood games for a chance to win a fortune, was praised for its gripping plot and social commentary. The show, largely considered to be the savior of Netflix, will be back on December 26th this year. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Cassie Vaselas will be speaking with Reagan Phillips, the president of Penn State Reach. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Cassie Vaselas, and joining me tonight is Reagan Phillips, the president of Penn State Reach. Thank you so much for coming in, Reagan. So we're going to kind of start with the basics. What is your major, year, and involvement at Penn State?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for having me, PSN TV. I'm a senior broadcast journalism major with a minor in sports studies. A little bit about me is I am the president of Penn State Reach, like you said. I'm also an admin for Penn State Barstool and Penn State Chicks. And then I'm also an executive producer for Center County Report, which is also another student-run newscast, amongst being a brand ambassador for some companies on campus as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So looking at the Reach standpoint, for anyone unfamiliar, can you kind of talk about what that is?
Yeah, for sure. So Penn State Reach is Penn State's only social media club. It started last year. It's only at a few select colleges amongst the country. And basically, it's just a club for content creators, brand ambassadors. We host workshops that kind of help like content creators grow their following or whatever they want to do with their content. And then also companies reach out to me looking for brand ambassadors. So I put them in contact with our members that want to become brand ambassadors on campus.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So with it being like newer, what has been your journey with it to become president? And then also, how have you seen it grow?
Yeah, for sure. So Justin Lusner, who also, if anybody's unfamiliar, started Today Sports, which is a big sports company on campus. And honestly, it's all over now. And he, which is such a big influence for me last year when I was trying to start my content journey and becoming a brand ambassador. He really helped me out with that. And then he had said that they were looking for a new Penn State Reach president. And I was like, this is something that can really help me with networking in this content world. So we started getting to talking and he gave me the position. I was really happy. And I've just met the most amazing people and gotten to work on the most amazing projects. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And you mentioned how you are a senior. So how has Reach prepared you for, life after graduation?
Yeah, holding a leadership role like being Penn State Reach president, we have almost like 400 people in our group chat. So being able to, be the head of 400 club members has just been definitely a challenge, but the best challenge possible. I've gotten to help so many young students. I mean, we have students that are engineers, communication majors, psychology majors, just everyone with the goal of becoming a content creator or growing their following. And so just being able to get to network with all different types of people has just been so amazing and definitely very beneficial for me in my future.
Yeah. Now, looking back at all your other involvement, you said how you are with Barstool. Have you had any events that you've covered that, have been really fun or memories that you have from doing that?
Yeah. I mean, I've been working with Penn State Barstool and Penn State Chicks for the past 3 years, and it has literally been my favorite thing about being at Penn State. I've got to meet the most amazing people, cover the most insane sporting events. I would say my most important memory just happened recently. we got to have 2 content creators who are on a college tour looking for the best student section. And so they got to come, I got to meet them. They spent the whole weekend, got to see our student section. They actually came up for Ohio State. So it was just so much fun. And it was Halloween weekend as well. So they had a great time. And then a week later or 2 weeks later, I got a phone call saying that we had won best student section. And I had to be quiet and keep it a secret because they actually came back to Penn State. We got to make a bunch of videos with them, got to talk with them. And it was so cool that among so many other like top-notch schools, we actually won best student section. So I would have to say that definitely was my favorite, and especially experiencing it with both Penn State Barstool and Penn State Chicks team. They're amazing, and I love working with all of them.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
And it seems like you do a lot of content creating. So with that, what is like your favorite thing about it, and how do you continuously come up with creative ideas? Because I know sometimes, you could get stuck with ideas. So how do you continuously do that?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of my members in Penn State Reach always ask me, like, what should I be doing? And honestly, just being optimistic to everything, like having an open mind. So I walk on campus. Penn State is a great place to make content. There's always something happening, whether it be a big sporting event, a holiday, just anything like that. My favorite specific content is, we call it MOS in the content world, and it stands for Man on the Street. So it's honestly just basing your content off of going up and asking people fun little questions, like maybe a score prediction or what are you asking for Christmas? And it's always like you get like a really funny response that you can build more content off of that, and just captivating like energy around campus. Like if I know something big is happening, I'll make sure to go to that or attend that, because there's so many cool things that happen at this campus that you wouldn't know unless you're looking for content ideas. So definitely Penn State has made it really easy to like have a very like creative mindset on content creating.
Right. And those are always so fun to watch too.
Yeah.
And I also heard that you had a really cool internship over the summer where you got to do a lot of cool things. Can you tell me about that experience and what you learned from that too?
Yeah, my internship this past summer was an experience like no other. I talk about it with my roommates all the time, how just the stories that it gave me was so insane. So I took an internship as a multimedia journalist intern in Columbia, Missouri, which, if you're not familiar with that, that's right in the middle of St. Louis and Kansas City, which are the top 2 or top 3 most crime cities in the country. So there definitely was a lot of things. I got to live report by myself, like go out, set up a live shot, set up a camera on crime scenes, murder trials, sporting events. There also was a lot of amazing people I got to meet, and just the experience was like no other. Like being live on like a 5-day murder trial was something, the experience that I couldn't have gotten from anywhere else. And it was such a great time. My first time ever going to Missouri was the 17-hour drive out there by myself. And I couldn't take it back for anything. I loved it.
Right. And then lastly, do you have any really quick advice for anyone who wants to join Reach or get into content creating?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of the members are freshmen and sophomore who came into Penn State basing it off of seeing cool social media posts. So let's get more people, more amazing content creators to come to Penn State, just posting everything. So if you're hesitant about starting your content creation, like I get, it can be a little nerve-wracking putting your face out there, putting your content out there, but just start. Just definitely, no matter what, please come to Reach. We can definitely be a confidence builder with our workshops we hold and with all the people we bring in. You're surrounded by an environment where everyone wants the same goal, and that's to just like get into the content world, because that definitely is evolving day in day here at Penn State.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming and telling us all about this.
Yeah.
Now stick around, because coming up next, Kaitlyn and Cailey will have the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
When he knew that, how do you say
I know.
she like continues to hold her values and everything though, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart,
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts
creators
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before. So welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State,
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
A federal appeals court panel has upheld a law that could ban TikTok in the U.S. next month, delivering a major blow to the popular app. The D.C. Circuit Court denied TikTok's challenge to the law, which requires its parent company, ByteDance, to divest or face a ban. The panel rejected claims that the law violates the First Amendment, stating it protects U.S. free speech from foreign influence. TikTok is expected to appeal to the Supreme Court, while lawmakers praised the decision as a move to safeguard national security. The ban could take effect by mid-January.
Earlier this morning, Governor Phil Murphy addressed drone sightings across New Jersey in recent weeks. The FBI has been investigating reports about several nighttime drone flights that started occurring last month in central New Jersey. Murphy said there were up to 49 reports made yesterday, mostly in Hunterdon County. The drones first caught public attention when they were seen over a U.S. military research facility. Murphy and other officials have said that the drones do not appear to be a public safety concern. The FBI requests that residents share any videos or photos they may have of the drones.
2 children are in critical condition after a shooting at a small religious school in Palermo, California. The gunman, who died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot, opened fire at the Feather River School of Seventh-day Adventists, wounding 2 kindergarteners. Authorities say the shooter may have targeted the school due to its religious affiliation, but had no prior connection to the victims. The 5- and 7-year-old boys are being treated at a Sacramento trauma center. The shooting adds to ongoing concerns about gun violence in schools, with calls for stricter gun control growing louder. Investigations into the motive and circumstances are still ongoing.
A man in Altoona is being held for questioning in connection to the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Sources say the man being questioned was traveling through Altoona on a Greyhound bus. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione was spotted at McDonald's around 9 a.m. by a witness who recognized the man from images. The police found a similar gun to the one used in the murder, along with a computer and fake IDs. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Titch said the gun and suppressor were consistent with the weapon used in the murder. The investigation is still ongoing. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.